19. Sonny Taylor bowling second at 112. Sheldon Buffett bowling third at 112 average. Rick Martin, 115, bowling fourth. And Dougie Blackler at 123, bowling fifth. And the interesting part about this, Al, is that their five-man roster reads 581 pins. That's a very tough team to beat. However, Woodside, Texaco has one loss. They must win tonight. Leading off, Ron Venedum at 111. Gordy Meisner bowling second at 109. Brian Jones bowling third at 114. Bobby McGlashan bowling fourth at 116. And bringing up the anchor spot for Woodside, Texaco, 116 is Chuck McDonald. Their five-man roster reads, is 566. So if you have to pick a favorite here, you got to go with your choice by 15 pins. But I think this is going to be a high-scoring match. It should be a good razzing match. It's going to be very interesting.
It sure is, Jack. I'd mention, too, that after the end of the 8th frame, we'll be going to the McFarland Rented Bowling Tip of the Week. That's after the 8th frame, and that's usually when that is shown. Perhaps, Jack, too, at this time, we should go to the Forbes Top Bowler Award. We'll just do a quick rundown on that, because that's an award that's created a lot of interest, and this week, this series in particular, I know, is extremely close.
That's right, Al, and we can just get our cameraman to switch over to the scoreboard there and show the Forbes high average. There you go. We got his attention, and it's a very close high single, Al. You got Art Rudge leading it at 143, followed very closely by Bill Black in second spot at 141. You got Randy Slomwhite at 138, Dougie Blackler at 138, and Rick Martin at 138. And this should be a very exciting single. I don't think that 143 will stand up, Al. We have possibly another 5 matches remaining, and I think that 143 is going to be beat. But however, right now, Art Rudge is leading at 143.
Jack, the prize money for this, by the way, is person that does win it receives $100. The second place is worth $60. And the third place is worth $40. Total of $200 in that Forbes Chevrolet's Cadillac Top Bowler Award. As I say, it does create a lot of interest.
It sure does.
Well, I guess we're pretty well ready to start the show here, and we can
give them a little cue there and
get these fellows to pay attention and get them up here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we get through what they call the opening blues. Al will be all right. I think it's going to be an exciting match. These fellows are going to give some high scores here. And right now on alley 10, you got Ron Venedum.
That's right, Ron Venedum on your right with the blue shirt, bowling for Woodside, Texaco. Ron's first shot, good hit, backs down 8. And here's James Grotto for your choice. He punches out.
Good shot here for Ronnie, Al. He's got the 7 and 9 pin. I think he'll probably play the single pin, the 8 pin, and try and hit that wood knock it over on the 7.
Nice
Great
shot. That's just what we like to see.
Look at this shot.
James Grotto did very, very well to come out of that.
Well, that's a strike ball there, Al. Anytime you punch out 2, as you know, you do a bit of bowling, and anytime you punch out 2 and spear it up, it's a great shot. I think we're going to have a very noisy match and a very high-scoring match. So get your Coca-Cola and your sandwiches and stay tuned. This is going to be a good match.
Venedum on the spare picks up 4 on that, Jack. Grotto on his spare picks up 6. 6 anyway. Picks up 6. On the second ball.
Great try. Left the 7 pin. Good try by James there, Al.
Well, both bowlers looking for a 10 in the second box. It was first and only string. Ron Venedum gets his 10. James Grotto picks up his 10. Both bowlers, they're tied after the first two boxes. Not tied, I'm sorry. 26 for Grotto, 24 for Venedum. Now we'll watch Gordon Meisner here. Gordon on the left portion of your screen in the blue for Woodside, Texaco. Sonny Taylor there for your choice.
That was a good shot here for Gordy Meisner. Al, he's got the 6, 9, and 10 plus the 7. He's going to play that wood probably right around the red band. And great
Nice
shot.
shot. Good shot.
Some great shot making here in the first early going of this match, Al.
Here's Sonny Taylor's second ball. He wants to spare this up, but a difficult shot, but he was off there. Sonny Taylor here, there's a 112 average. Bowling against Gordon Meisner, who's a 109 average. Meisner here in the blue, on your left, he's on a spare.
Well, we got 3 marks in a total of 5 boxes, Al.
That's right, Jack. We'll see a lot of that tonight. As these, after all, this is the number 7 Pro League competition. These are supposedly the top guys around. At least that's what they say. And I guess they are.
Great shot for Gordy.
Another spare for Gordy Meisner. 2 spares.
Sonny will go for them all here. He's got a tough, still 5 pins remaining on this third ball.
Sonny Taylor's second box. Settles for a 6 box. Sonny Taylor had a 7 and a 6 for 13 versus Meisner, who was 28 and open after those 2. Anyway, now we're going to watch Brian Jones. He's on your left for Woodside, Texaco, and he's bowling against Sheldon Buffett. Here's Brian Jones' first ball. Here's Sheldon Buffett. Good hit by Sheldon there. He's excellent spare chance.
Good action off the sides there for Sheldon.
Brian Jones, second ball there.
Don't get it yet.
114 average. Buffett here is a 113 average. Nice spare. Good 10 there for Brian Jones.
Well, that was a lot of stuff on that ball there for Sheldon Buffett. Left the 1 and 3. Al, anytime you lead that, when you're hitting the sides and pick it up, you're in for a good night. These pins look awful loose. Look out.
Good hit by Brian Jones.
Five on Sheldon's mark. This should be fairly routine for Brian, Al. He's got the 7 pin with a nice piece of wood down it. I think you can make this one.
I think maybe, Jack, just maybe. How about you?
I'm not sure.
And he does. That was spare for Brian Jones. Sheldon Buffett slips by there. He's got 1 ball left. He still could come out of this with a 10, Jack.
Yeah, I think he'll go for the front pin and picks up 7.
So he'll have to settle for a 7. Now we have Bob McGlashan for Woodside, Texaco. Bob is blue, left-hand portion of your screen, and our other bowler also is in blue. Rick Martin for your choice. Bob McGlashan will be first. McGlashan with a 116.1 average.
Bobby's a little strong on the front one.
Rick Martin, 115.9 average for Rick Martin.
Good shot here for Bobby, Al. 3, 6, 10, 7, and 8. He'll play the 3 pins together. Great shot.
Good shot.
I'm going to try and hit this on the nose. Or Rick, I should say.
Well, Jack, that's what he tried to do, was hit it on the nose like you suggested, but he was just off a little bit. Try again. Whoops.
Too much on the side.
Just would like to mention here very quickly, Jack, that Chris Smith of the Dartmouth Fire Department League had a 407 here on April the 3rd. That's the first 400 for Chris Smith, and we would just like to acknowledge that and congratulate Chris Smith with his 407 from the Dartmouth Fire Department League.
Oh, nice going, Chris. I think it's, yeah, Chris Smith. That's a beautiful bowling there, Chris, and I hope you get a nice big trophy and put that on there because I have my first 400 and I put on a trophy. Oh, tough shot there for Bobby. He had that pin covered and he just touched the nose of the wood, left the 10 pin there, Al, after picking up 9 on his mark. Bad miss there by Rick Martin.
This, Jack, of course, is the Men's Pro League, the number 7 Men's Pro League. Next year at Basie Lanes, we're starting a Ladies Pro League. It's been announced several times on the show, and we're going to take 60 bowlers for that, Jack. And already we have 50 bowlers signed up, so there's only 10 spaces left. Any leagues that are interested, any women that want to bowl in the Ladies Pro League, they're going to be bowling Wednesday evenings at 9 o'clock at Basie Lanes and Pine Street. The price is $9 per bowler per night, and it's going to be a big league, just every bit equal to the men's number 7 Pro League.
It sounds good, Al, and I think the women are long overdue.
They sure are. As I say, if any ladies do want to get in, I would urge that they sign up immediately, because there is only 10 spots out of 60 spots left in that league.
Well, you can take more than that, Al, and it's going to be done the same way as the Men's Pro League. It's going to be a draft affair, and you can sign up. We don't like to use the word that you might get drafted, but depending on how many they get, they could take 7 women per team, or they could take 6. So
that's right.
They're looking for 60, but they can take 72. So don't be shy. When they hit the 60 mark, put your name down.
That's a good point, Jack. Another event that's coming up that I might mention is the first annual Coca-Cola Men's Candlepin Showdown. This, of course, has been mentioned on this show previously, but it's an event, it's the first, I think, Jack, around this area that this format has been followed. It's going to take place at Basie Lanes and Forest Hills on May the 14th and 15th, and it's for the top 100 male bowlers. The cost of this event is $32 per bowler, and there's some real big prize money to be had for this first annual Coca-Cola Men's Candlepin Showdown. Information, of course, is available at any Basie Lanes location.
Good tournament. Well, we just watched Dougie Blackadder get a spear in the first box and 6 on it, 9 in the box for 26. His opponent, Chuck McDonald, got a 10 in the 7. So we're all through around the first couple of boxes, and now they're up for the second time. These pins are awful loose tonight, Al. We're going to see the high single go here.
Pins are falling very nicely, Jack.
They sure are. Good shot here for James. 4-7. No problem. Ronnie's got
James Grado picking up his spare there. That puts him 36 and open after 3. Venendum picks up a 10 there, puts Venendum 34 after 3. I'm sorry, that was a spare for Venendum. It's 34 and open. So 34 and open for Venendum, 36 and open for Grado. Grado's on your left. Grado on the spare here. Good ball. Here's Ron Venendum on his spare. Grado pulling a little slight lead here over Venendum by about 4 or 5 pins at this point.
Good shot here for James.
Right.
A little wide.
So a pair of 9s there for James Grado and Ron Venendum. Now we'll watch Sonny Taylor for your choice and Gordy Meisner for Woodside, Texaco. Taylor's in the red on your left. He'll be first. Taylor had 2 poor boxes at first. He had a 7 and a 6. Meisner had 2 good boxes. He had 2 spares. On a spare there. Picks up 8 in that spare. Puts Meisner at 36 after 2.
Good shot there by Sonny Taylor.
There for Sonny. Slight hold up here. We got a little collision here of balls on the ball return.
What the boys got to do here, Al, to eliminate that is every time they pick up a ball, push the balls back, because these fellows all have their own balls and the rack will only hold so many, and if they push them back, we wouldn't run into that. Well, that was a good shot there by Gordy Meisner after being distracted there for a few times.
That's 3 spares in a row for 3 boxes for Gordy Meisner.
Any bonus money today, Al?
I'm not sure, Jack. How much do you want to put up?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, there's Sonny's Taylor shot. He picks up 5 on his spare. Good hit by Gordy Meisner. He's looking at a real good spare opportunity.
He's 23 over par for 3 boxes. Good start. He's got a bad piece of wood here, Al. He's got the 5, 8, and 9. From our angle, I can't tell if he can get by that or not, but the only shot he's got here is just miss the nose and try and turn the wood around. He could leave the 8 pin. He left the 8 and 9.
Yes, Jack, that wood certainly didn't help Gordy Meisner at all in that case.
Bad piece of wood.
Okay, now we're back to Sheldon Buffett. For your choice, Sheldon's red shirt on your left against Brian Jones in the blue for Woodside, Texaco. There's Sheldon's first ball. Here's the 8-10. I think it is. Brian Jones' first ball. He's not too happy with that.
No, and he was on a mark too, Al, and anytime you're on a mark, you like to get on that front pin.
I said 8-10. I guess that's the 4-10, is it, Jack?
Yes, it is, Al, yeah.
Sometimes at our angle, it's a little tricky.
That's right.
Okay, Sheldon settles for an 8 box there, and Brian Jones a 7 box. Sheldon Buffett is now after 3 even par at 30, and Brian Jones after 3 is also 30.
There's a lot of marks in this early match, Al, but the pinning is not all that good.
That's right, Jack. That's what Brian Jones got in his first shot. He's left with the 5-10. Here's Sheldon Buffett's second shot.
Great shot here for Brian Jones. Hits the nose of that wood, he could get it, Al.
Oops.
I don't think he was playing it there. It was awful close to going in the channel. I don't know if he... See what he calls here. Called an 8. Good call.
Call it an 8, that's right, Jack. That ball left the lanes when he hit the wood, and effectively the ball was in the channel. So that pin does not count. Okay, now we'll watch Rick Martin here for your choice. There's his shot, and here's Bob McGlashan for Woodside, Texaco. He's got the big one.
Oh, yes,
does.
sir. Great shot there by Bob. That should have been a double strike. He's got a great start here. Al started with a spare, 9 on it, and he hit that single pin there, the 10 pin, but he just touched the nose of the wood, and the ball brushed by, and he ended up with a 9 box, but he comes right back with a big strike. Off to a good start for 3 boxes.
Okay, Rick Martin settles for a 9 box there. Puts Rick Martin 26 after 3, and he's against Bob McGlashan, who right now is 38, open on a strike. He's got 2 balls working for him. Now we'll watch Rick Martin here first. Good hit. Oh, excellent spare chance. 10 pin left, all kinds of wood in front of it. Should be routine. Here's McGlashan on the strike. Good hit.
Well, all Rick has got to do here, Al, is keep it on the alley.
Should see a couple marks here, Jack.
There's one.
There's one for Rick Martin, and here's McGlashan. Second ball on a strike. And he spares that shot. Bob McGlashan picking up 20 on his strike. Now we're down to our anchor bowlers here. Doug Blackler for your choice on your left in the blue against Chuck McDonald for Woodside, Texaco.
Well, I'll tell you, right now, Woodside, Texaco's got a commanding lead here, Al, in the first 4 boxes of this string here. I make it somewhere around about 35 pins, and they got an open mark.
Jack, that's a big, big league, isn't it?
It is.
At this point.
It sure is. Here's a tough competitor. Great shot there by Dougie Blackler.
Doug Blackler picking up his spare.
Good shot for Chuck McDonald.
also picks up a spare for Woodside Texaco, maintaining that lead for Woodside Texaco.
I'd also mention, Al, that the pinfall is very important to both of these teams, and next week's show, too. We're down to 4 teams, and it's going to determine the pinfall on these matches where they finish.
That's a good point, Jack. There's Chuck McDonald on the spare, picking up a 9 on that. All kinds of wood left.
Now, this doesn't look all that bad. He's got a 9-pin break, but I think all the wood is on the left on the plate. Let's see what happens. No problem.
So another spare for Chuck McDonald. It's Chuck McDonald, 46 and open on a spare after 4 boxes. Locklear after 4 boxes is 52. Okay, we're up to our leadoff bowlers here. Ron Benedum for Woodside Texaco. On your left will be first. Jack, what's the pinfall right now?
I make it 32 unofficially for Woodside Texaco after 4 boxes. Clear open on 2. Your choice is open on 1. Oh, what a shot by Ron Benedum.
Good shot for Benedum, but it didn't go. Here's James Gratto's second shot.
Bounce that one off the
Both
foul.
bowlers hoping for a 10. And both bowlers get their 10. No, we're just starting our 5th and 6th boxes here, round number 5, number 7 men's candlepin challenge.
Good hit there by Ronnie.
Here's James Gratto's shot.
Take a shot that Ronnie's got, Al. 3, 5, 7, and 10. He hits the 3-pin almost on the side of the deadwood there. The 5 should go over and take the 7. But he's got to hit it on the outside. Missed it cleanly. Super try there by James Gratto.
Okay, we'll see what our second position bowlers can do here. Gordon Meisner for Woodside Texaco will be on your left. Sonny Taylor for your choice on your right. Neither bowler is on a spare here. They're on a mark. Meisner after 4 boxes is 62. Taylor after 4 boxes is 36. Meisner bowling, of course, very, very well.
Great start he's got, Al.
There we go. Good spare there for Sonny Taylor.
You got to chip away here, your choice. I know that Woodside Texaco has a real good lead here, but type of bowlers like you mentioned, Al, they can pick away at them. Well, Al, when this show will be shown, I guess you're going to be down in the sunny state of Florida.
Not really, Jack. This show is going to be shown this coming week and just a few days before I go away, so I'll be able to watch it.
Then you want a job with CBC or it's a lot of fun having you on, Al.
It's good fun to be here, Jack. Like I mentioned, Bruce is in Bangor this week. He's attending a bowling proprietors convention. Association of International Candlepin Bowling Proprietors. It's bowling houses from candlepin game from the provinces of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and the 4 New England states of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Massachusetts, where candlepin bowling is played in the U.S. So the purpose of these meetings is to try and promote candlepin bowling and get some international tournaments going, international competition. So we'll look forward to something progressive and positive coming out of that meeting.
I'm sure there will be, Al.
Okay, we're watching Brian Jones and Sheldon Buffett. Here's Here's Brian's second ball. Here's Sheldon's second ball.
Oh. Try there by Sheldon. These boys are bowling at a very fast pace.
Jack, they are, aren't they? Right? They're not taking a lot of time to line up their shots. They're just up there and chucking them very, very fast. Do you think when they're up there, do they realize that they're doing this, or do they just get caught up in it?
I think they just get caught up in it, Al, really. Oh, good hit there by Brian Jones. Left the goal post. 4 and 6. Now, Brian misses this shot. He'll play the single pin over there by the wood, Al. If he goes right down the 10 pin and hits the end of there, that could come across and take the 4 pin. I got flush on the pin. Shot here for Sheldon. His front pin should blow him out.
Oops.
No favorites.
For anyone who's interested, Mike mentioned there's a Pick Your Partner here at Daisy Lanes on Pine Street every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. Everyone's welcome. Prize this week is $1,080. That prize was won just a week or so ago, Jack, and that time it was around $2,500.
And Glenn Smith. Excuse me. Yeah, Glenn bowled very well. I think he had 169. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella. I picked on him quite a bit when he bowled with the pro league here, and but he proved that he could do it. And
he did it.
And he did it. Great shot there by Rick Martin, Al.
So in that fifth box, Rick Martin for your choice had a spare. Bob McGlashan for Woodside, Texaco settles for a 9 box there. So here we'll watch the 6 box. McGlashan will be first on your left.
Good action there for Bobby.
After 5 boxes as a fine 72. Rick Martin is open on the spare here. He is 52 and open on the spare. Here's his shot. Didn't get a good count on that.
You got 4, Al.
4 on that.
Good shot for Bobby. He's got the 1 and 5. Good wood in there. I think if he's going to miss, he wants to miss around the red band.
Oh.
He went right on the pin. That's hard to believe. I didn't think
he certainly deserved that one, Jack.
Yes, he did. I think there's a question there. He might have had too much wood in between the 1 and 5.
Okay, McGlashan there, 10 box. He is 82 after 6 boxes. Rick Martin is 65. Now we're going to watch Chuck McDonald on your left for Woodside Texaco. He's open on a spare here. And McDonald is 46, open on a spare after 4. He's bowling against Doug Blackler for your choice. Blackler is 51 and not open. Here's Chuck McDonald on the spare. And he picks up what there, Jack? 4,
I think he's got 4, Al.
There's Blackler's shot. Strike, is it?
It's a wobbly 7.
7 pin remaining, wobbling, but it's still standing. And here's Blackler going for the spare, and he gets it. Blackler, of course, needed that because his team, your choice, are trailing badly at this point, Jack.
Yes, it's around about, I'd say somewhere in the vicinity of about 30 pins, Al, unofficially.
Well, they've been, that lead, Jack, hasn't been increasing and it hasn't been falling for quite a few boxes now, so.
Now, what Woodside Texaco doing right here? Matching them mark for mark.
And that's all we need to do, isn't it, Jack?
That's right.
Just keep it at that pace.